What is up, ladies and gentlemen? ChronicConfusion is back, and we just saw a movie. Did we not?
Yeah. I wonder what movie it was.
We just saw some little movie called Rogue One. What's the official title? Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
Yep.
Okay, I thought I had that wrong. So yeah, we just saw Rogue One, and we're going to tell you about it, and we are probably going to spoil the fuck out of it. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, you might want to move on somewhere. But before we get started...
I feel like it was spoiled in the 70s when A New Hope came out, though.
I mean, yeah, I was going to get to that. But before we get started, I just want to say, be sure you go check out Dubcast.tv. And even more important than that, check out Dubzlist.com, DUBZLIST.com. Go there and click through some links, buy some stuff from Amazon or any of our affiliate sites so we can get some new equipment and start doing some more videos, some better videos, some other ideas we have. So go check it out. We got a new logo on the screen. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with it. I might tweak it a little bit. But I'm going to try to rebrand the podcast, Cody. Try to get away from the marijuana.
Oh man, that's like it's like all we ever talk about, though.
No, we'll still talk about it.
I mean, every episode, what's all, like it's an hour of that and then 10 minutes of like what?
Yeah, we'll still talk about it. You know, it's still the basis of the show, just not in the logo anymore. Let's see what else.
That makes us kid friendly.
Yes, we're kid friendly now. We're fun for the whole entire family.
Fuck kids,
ladies and gentlemen. Don't fuck kids.
No, not like that. Not like that. Not
Cody,
like that.
Please don't fuck kids.
Figuratively.
Man. Okay. Yeah, fuck kids in your mind.
No, not even that. Not even that. We don't even want you thinking about it.
Yeah. This is Disney's not gonna like this one. Let's see here. Anything else we need to get to before we get to this? I can't think of anything. It's been a couple weeks since we podcasted, since we last casted the pod.
The pod of casting.
Nothing really exciting has happened. I've been working a lot on the websites. Like I said, be sure you go check them shits out. That's about it. So let's talk about this movie. Cody, how'd you feel about it?
I liked it a lot. It was pretty good, and it felt like a war movie. Especially in the last half of it. Yeah, it was like Saving Private Ryan in space. A little bit.
Kinda. But
not that gory.
No, not nearly. I don't know, there for the last minute, maybe. Yeah. But no, I was gonna say, like, it is kind of funny to me how we'll go like see these movies, and we know exactly like how it, like what it all comes to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so obvious. It's like, yeah, of course we're building up to A New Hope, and there's like little things within the movie that are kind of like, hey, remember this thing that happens? You know, this is how this thing happened. So I was really happy that they kind of explained how the design flaw was in the Death Star. Yeah, you know, because that was something they never really talked about. It was just there.
And it was it's like, how there on purpose.
Yeah, well, how could this empire? How could this, like, these dastardly devilish dudes, you know, that run this empire, be so smart to come up with this Death Star that can take out a whole planet, and like they're so perfectionist at everything, yet they had this one little flaw in the plans that just fucks it all. And that was like a big controversy for years. Like, that's such a stupid thing. Well, now you know.
now we know it was put there on purpose for the only reason to destroy it.
Yeah, so the lead character's father was the guy who designed he didn't design the whole Death Star, he just kind of designed the weapon, right?
They didn't really go into that part. But what I did like, because like there are some people who, after the trailer came out and you know you saw the disc of the actual weapon parts of the Death Star being put in, people were like, well, they've already ruined the movie because enough.
Revenge of the Sith, that was already installed when we looked at it. So.
And they explained that after numerous failed tests, you know, they're still working on it.
Well, but it's still funny that anybody'd say they ruined it because, like you said, we know what's coming. Like, really, this movie is all about filling in gaps that were in the story. Like, not necessarily plot holes, but just little things that people are always like, you know what? Because like I've said before, we were talking about this a while back. Like, I always thought it'd be cool to actually see the process of them getting the Death Star plans. Because, you know, you pick up in A New Hope, and it's like, I have these plans. Here you go.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. But on this one, like, oh my God. Like, that ending.
Well,
fuck, dude.
Well, I mean, even just, like, seeing the trailer right now.
Yeah.
So many things from the trailer were cut. Like the scene with the TIE fighter pulling up on Jin, that's cut. That wasn't in there. They changed that ending. The scene with Vader standing in front of the cool screen, that was cut. They might have only filmed that for the trailer, though, since they couldn't really show too much of his shit in the movie.
Yeah. There was a lot of surprises.
5 minutes of screen time.
I'll say that's one thing like that Disney has done really well at this point, especially with these Star Wars movies, is not giving away too much, because I really went into this not knowing. Like, of course, I know what they're building to. Yeah. Like, I know what the overall plot of the movie is. But, like, there were so many things that happened, and it was like, man, like fucking Tarkin.
Yeah.
Dude, are you serious? Now look, I heard the guys from Cinemassacre say they didn't think it looked that good. He looked like a real fucking person to me, dude.
I mean, I could tell.
It wasn't real. Yeah.
But the thing is that me personally, I really like the way that they made him look. I like the way that they made Leia look.
Dude, Leia blew. Well, I will say one thing about Leia. I don't know if the whole body is CG. But if they had like a body double and they just redid the face, which is what they do sometimes in those situations, whoever that chick is had a fatter ass than Leia. That chick's ass was like, pow! Because like that's what you see whenever it fucking opens and the doors open and she's got her back turned. Yeah. And all you see is that ass, man. And I'm like, she had a nice ass, but it wasn't like, pow! You know?
They might have digitally enhanced
I think if they didn't have a body double, I think they digitally enhanced that ass.
Well, because, I mean, like, I like the way that that Tarkin looked in this more than I liked the 5 seconds that the guy looked like in Revenge of the Sith. Because the way that they did it in Revenge of the Sith was they kept it purposefully far away and did a little bit of makeup to make him look closer to Peter Cushing. Well, Peter Cushing's been dead for a long fucking time. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, if they wanted to use Tarkin, and clearly they did, and they did a good job of it, they went the best way of doing it.
They used a lot more of him than I thought they would in that situation.
He was in this movie more than he's in A New Hope.
Yeah.
By far.
Well, it's crazy but then whenever I got to thinking about that on the way home, I was like, man, if they could have had him in the movie that much, why not just have Leia there? Like, more than just the last little bit of the movie. Like, I get it. Like you know, probably don't want to overdo it.
That would have probably taken more from the story, though, because it wasn't about her. Yeah. It was about the struggle between...
But, I mean, originally, if I'm not mistaken, she was in on that mission, wasn't she? Like, she was there with them getting the planes. Like, in the original lore.
Oh, no, I don't think she says that.
I thought that she was. I thought she was kind of like there.
No.
Obtaining the plans with them.
I don't think that... Because she's still a senator.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that she would be there. But, I mean, I guess we need to rewatch A New Hope to cherry pick it.
Yeah, probably. But man, like, and there were so many like little nods. Like the first one that really got me was the guys from the cantina.
Yep. Now, but
my friend doesn't like you. I don't like you.
That
either.
was the worst one that they did, though.
Yeah, but they didn't
look
as
like making them look.
Yeah, they didn't look like the characters, but you knew who they were.
Yeah, you knew who it was. You know? But like the guy with the messed up pig nose face was a little bit too skinny.
Yeah, he was too skinny, and the other guy was like too short.
Yeah,
and his face was too big.
But that being said, I don't know if you caught this. Red Leader was Red Leader from A New Hope.
Yeah, 100%. I caught that. There was also a Wampa walking around at one point I saw.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff, man. I love the new droid.
Yeah, K2SO was awesome.
It was fucking hilarious, dude. He was definitely the comedy, the comic relief in the film.
He said, "I'm behind you too." Cassian said I had to be.
Exactly. And she shot that one that looks just like him.
Did you know that wasn't me? It was good, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Unfortunately, haven't been feeling the best today, and I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I fell asleep like an hour into the movie, and I woke up like right at the end when Darth Vader's like, "Let's get on this motherfucker." He says, "Let's have a boarding party or something like that."
Did you see?
I caught when he first showed
die
up.
Then,
huh?
Did you see anybody die then?
Oh, I caught whenever he fucking slayed everybody.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like, did you see any of the characters from the story die besides Jin and Cassian at that point? Then
No, I don't think so. Who died?
everybody.
Oh,
Everybody died. Spoilers. Like, I mean, if you couldn't get that,
hey, we've already warned them.
I mean, if you couldn't get that from the fact that, you know, like, none of these fuckers are in any other movie.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean, yeah. Everybody died.
I definitely caught them. But yeah, I didn't. I caught. I think the last thing I might remember is Darth Vader's first scene. And there was like a few things here and there in between that and the very end. Like I would wake up every once in a while. I think I might have been snoring.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, because I kept waking up, and usually when I do that, I'm snoring. But yeah, it was good. From what I'm probably gonna go see it again, like Sunday or something, like during the day, where it's cheap, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, it was good, man. From what I saw of it, and dude, like I was really the end scene with Darth Vader is what I was really there for, honestly.
And it was awesome.
I mean, the whole movie was awesome, but dude, just to see Darth Vader just go buck wild like that.
Oh yeah.
And one thing I will say about Darth Vader, though, you can kind of hear James Earl Jones is getting up there in age in the voice.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't feel like they put as many effects on it as they could have. Like, it sounded a lot cleaner than I remember it sounding. You know, I don't know. It didn't sound like exactly like Vader to me.
Yeah. Some of the lines didn't have the.
That could have been it too. It could have.
I don't think some of the lines had the delivery.
Yeah, exactly. That could have been it too. Yeah. Shit, man. You got anything else to say about it?
Yeah, everybody died.
Everybody dies.
Literally,
okay.
literally. If they introduced a character into this movie, they died.
I'll say my favorite character was probably the blind dude.
Oh, he died.
The Chinese. Everybody.
No, his death was a little sad though.
Was it?
Yeah, because like, all right, so like the pilot, like Bodhi Rook, the pilot, the Imperial defector, was all like, I gotta connect to this fucking thing to send a message out. And they're like, well, how you do that? He's like, well, you guys gotta find a switch. And they're like, okay. So like, he gets it all connected. And he's like, I need you guys to find this switch. And you know, they're pinned down, and they're like, the switch is over here. And so the blind guy's all like, yeah, fuck it. I'm one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force. And he walks all the way over to it without getting killed.
Yeah.
And he pushes the thing, and then he turns around, and someone just blows up the whole thing that he just pushed. And,
Oh, shit.
and then the other Chinese guy comes out, and he's like, no, my buddy. And then he dies. And then K2SO dies, and then everyone else is dead. Dude, when they killed the pilot, though, it was fucking awesome. Literally, he just sends out the transmission. He's like, hey, you guys need to take out this shield so we can send you more transmissions. And they're like, cool. And then grenade, and he just looks at it.
I do remember one thing that I woke up for a minute, and it was this one part where they kept redirecting the Imperial forces. They were like, we're at this station and we need help, and then they would the rebels were doing it, but they were tricking the Imperials, like, we're at this one and we're at this one and we need help, and they kept coming on, like redirecting them and shit. I was like, that's like some fucking Wile E. Coyote shit.
Before we actually went in, my buddy Jordan was like, so how about if the movie ends like this? They capture all the main characters and put them, you know, in a prison cell on the Death Star, but, you know, then the rebels just leave them and blow it up.
Like they don't bother rescuing them.
Yeah, it's like Leia's the important one. Leave these other fucks here.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I like the way they ended it.
Yeah, everyone had to die. Well,
I mean,
I
they
thought
had to, yeah.
There are a lot of cool callbacks, a lot of cool things going on, like Bail Organa, like when the last time we see him, He's stepping out of the room.
Shit.
And he says,
Sorry.
He's stepping out of the little war room briefing after they've had their big meeting over the Death Star. And, like, as the door's closing, he goes, Captain Antilles, I've got a mission for you. So I thought that was cool. I felt like they shoehorned in R2-D2 and C-3PO.
That was, it was such a small part, though. Like, I do remember seeing that. It was such a small thing that it didn't bother me.
Well, but
it was, like, so quick.
At first, I was like, man, this is stupid. Like, why are they doing it? But then, as I kept thinking about it...
They were there.
It made sense because they said... We're going to Scarif. Why are we the last ones to know anything?
Yep.
So that puts them on the ship.
Yep.
So that made sense.
They were there.
But I think my favorite part, it was also right after their big meeting about the Death Star. And most people probably won't even fucking get it because it's just something that's said in the background over a PA. But they say, General Syndulla, come to the war room. And General Syndulla is a character... from both, well, it's either her father or Hera from Clone Wars. So it's Hera from Rebels.
Yeah.
So it's one of those two, and I would assume it's Hera. But to me, that's pretty cool because it's showing that Rebels will lead almost directly into A New Hope, which is cool too. So,
I mean, shit, this movie led directly into it.
Directly,
dude. They didn't put any gaps in there at all, which is pretty awesome. Like, I mean, I thought it was cool. I can't wait to see it again. To see the shit that I missed. But man, like, people are all like, oh, they're reshoots and shit like this, and I don't think people have understood yet that every movie does reshoots.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand why people get so up in arms about that stuff. I do wish there would have been more Darth Vader, but I kind of understand they wanted to make its own kind of thing.
I loved that they showed his castle for the first time on screen.
Yeah, that shit was
awesome.
badass.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, why are they here? What's
dude, and
this
that
planet?
tank he was in, like, what was he, floating in formaldehyde or something?
Back to tank, man. Like the same shit that they put Luke in Empire.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot
But
about
I mean, if you notice, like, this was like something that was really cool. He wasn't wearing any of his limbs in that back to tank. It was just him. So, like, that's something that that's been theorized, that, like, every time he gets a new set of limbs, it takes him a while to get him adjusted and calibrated for fighting, which is why he was so kind of stiff and rigid at the end of this movie and in A New Hope.
Well, the lore I've always heard is that the Emperor purposely made his, like, body clunky like that so that he would have less of a chance of overthrowing him.
Yeah, but
like he was less of a threat because he could
by the time that
faster.
we get to Return of the Jedi, he's actually doing fluid combat.
Oh yeah, I mean he gets adjusted to it, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. But originally the reason he made his suit and his limbs so clunky like that was because it would give him an advantage if he ever turned on him, something like that. So yeah, definitely would recommend. I will be seeing at least 1 or 2 more times in theater.
Yeah, go see it.
Everybody should go see it, especially if, I think especially if you didn't like Force Awakens for whatever fucking reason, you'll probably like this. Because it's it's not a completely new story. We know what happens, but everything leading up to it is completely new.
I'm gonna say, like, I haven't really watched the new season of South Park, but I do understand that they have gone about saying that The Force Awakens is, like, the worst movie ever made.
They haven't said that.
They said it was bad.
Yeah, they just said it's not as good as everybody says it is. Their whole line there is that everybody's kind of up on nostalgia, and.
Well, I mean, like, it's not nostalgia to me. It's a brand new fucking movie.
All right, so speaking of people, we got some more Rogue One to talk here.